In previous class, we discussed the sequence and series, the overall definition, what is the sequence and what is the series. Now it's time for the convergence of the sequence. Okay. Explain the convergence of the sequence like the number which converges at a point at the any limit and tending to like if I has a limit and tending to infinity, so the xn, so when n is tending to very large number, then x is tending to, we can see the 0 like a small quantity, let's say epsilon. I say that is if a large quantity. Okay, while the n tending to infinity is the tending to 0, but I am saying that if limit n is tending to large number, so the xn is tending to some small number, like epsilon is a small number. Okay, small number. So this is called the conversion, like when a large number by a graphical method, this is the large number, the xn is tending to, we can say that tending to this, if I say it taking from this value. Okay, now it's time for the overall definition of the convergent. Okay, for example, I using this limit out of this. Okay, so if x, which I say this x is n, is a sequence. Okay, is a sequence, or okay, once again, so if x is equal to xn is a sequence, so say, or say it has a limit xn, like an n is a limit. Okay, we say that there for like an overall definition, say that for all natural number, basically or the real numbers, but we say the natural numbers. Okay, and belonging to the natural numbers. Okay, so what is the overall definition? Say that for example the limit of x or xn is a xn. Okay, the limit of x is the xn. So the definition of overall say that it, like what I say that the definitely large number there exists a small quantity, so we can say that the epsilon is there exist is this there exist the epsilon with a small amount which is greater than 0. So for all natural number which is k, like the value depend on the epsilon. Okay, for like where n is greater than equal to k, for all n is greater than equal to k, the exact value, the limit xn minus of x is less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to k. This is the overall meaning of the convergent of, like it was a like complicated, like if you understand, we don't understand the things, but I explain you what I'm saying. That once again, what I'm saying it is, so what I'm saying it is that the definition overall saying that if xn is a sequence, okay, and the limit of x is a xn, say like if the limit has after overall is xn, then we know that if has their limit on the x, say it is epsilon and the epsilon is greater than 0. Okay, now if the epsilon, we can say that there exists a natural number k which belonging with sometime right is that. Okay, that is the k is depend on the epsilon. Okay, the case depend on epsilon. So for all with the n, the overall value of the sequence which was is greater than equal to the k, which was greater than equal to the k, the limit of the sequence, the difference of this is, okay, it means that the distance from the x and the xn, okay, if there is less than the epsilon, which is less than greater than 0, it means that the distance between like what I am how I explain you, like this is the distance between two. The distance is very small, like it converges to at a point, like it is very small and converges to the at a point. This point it converges, like say the point is epsilon, which is greater than 0 but is actually a small quantity. So the distance, like we can say that the xn, which is the final limit, and the x, which will be include the difference between the final and the initial, is less than epsilon, which is a very small quantity. So the value of the k, the part where like something like a k is a value which basically depend on the epsilon. Like if the epsilon is small, the k sometimes it is a very large, okay. But by the definition we can say that if x limit x is a sequence, then for all n belonging to the natural number where x belonging to the real number, okay, the limit of the sequence, basically the difference is xn minus of x, which is less than equal to epsilon. So epsilon is greater than 0, and where k is basically the k depend on this value, okay, and the k is greater than equal to the, this is the basic meaning of the convergent. In the next class we explain the divergent, and then with the question practice, and we move the theorems of convergent. I hope you understand. If you understand, like, subscribe. Bye.